Hello, my name's Randall Meek, and I'm here to tell you how to start a cleaning business with no money. Uh, you might wonder, hey, who is this Randall Meek guy? Well, my wife and I started a business, it's been about 14 years ago, because basically out of desperation, I wanted to get out of my job, and I think a lot of people can associate or relate to that, get out of their current position. I always dreamed about how could I get out of my job and how could I get away. I worked for a Fortune top 100 company, and I wanted to get out of it. So this is really the first video that I'm actually making about that journey and how that happened. But how to start a cleaning business with no money, you could go about it a lot of different ways, and you could make a lot of mistakes. I made a few mistakes, but I say we did it pretty good because I'm a pretty conservative guy. I didn't want to borrow a bunch of money. You can use credit cards. You can borrow money from friends and family. Um, you know, but just whatever you do, if you're going to go that route, be professional. Put everything in writing. You might find a partner that's willing to invest in the business. You might apply for a small business loan. But if you're like me, like I was back then, shoot, I couldn't even apply for a loan at that point, and especially on a business, I didn't have any history of success in business. I was just a working guy, and so yeah, I mean, how to start a cleaning business with no money. First of all, I want to tell you, it's not a get rich quick scheme at all. You won't get rich right away. But I tell you what, it was pretty exciting for me and my wife when we started, and it still is today. First of all, you really do have to believe in yourself. I'm going to tell you something. If you're watching this video, you may not believe in yourself right now. I'm going to tell you something again. Also, I believe in myself a lot more since I started the business and since me and my wife took the plunge, took the risk. And, we've built the business up quite a bit, and we've got over 25 employees right now, got a bunch of accounts. And to be honest, I don't really work in the business very much anymore. It was always our dream to build a business and set the infrastructure in place to where we wouldn't have to be hands-on every day. Now, if you're watching this video and you want to know how to start a cleaning business with no money, you're not there yet. But it is a realistic goal that you can reach for. So you will have to apply yourself, but if you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to make it. But I want to tell you something. I'm not trying to make this business harder than it is, because, I don't know how to explain it, but it's one of the easiest businesses there is to start. The title of the video is How to Start a Cleaning Business with No Money. It does take a little bit of money, but I tell you what, you could drop me and my wife, as long as I had my expenses paid, I had a job or whatever, in any town in the United States right now, and within 2 to 3 months, we'd have several customers. We could be cleaning. We could be making a lot more money than when we first started, and it's just not that hard. You have to honor your commitments. Your customers are going to expect you to honor your commitments. And you can. A lot of people say you can't start part time. You can absolutely start part time. Now, I'm gonna tell you that's how we did it. I worked a more than full time job, and I would work nights and weekends, and not super hard, but we were working quite a bit. But it didn't really seem like we were working, because I never will forget the first Saturday that I spent. We'd got this little account, and this guy was opening up a business. He was opening up a carpet store and a paint store, and he had selected us to do the construction cleanup on that store. And it's actually a funny little story. We said we was going to do it for $100. That's how little we knew about the cleaning business. And when it come time to pay us, I think he just felt sorry for us, and he paid us $200, which I would have probably charged $700 or $800 for that 1 day job today, But that's start where you're at, and that's what we did. But the feeling of being on the job that day, realizing that everything that was going to be made on that job was going to come back to me and my wife, a pretty motivating feeling, and it gives you a sense I don't know how to explain it. It just gives you a little more confidence that you're actually doing something for yourself. And I think if you're watching this and you're searching on YouTube trying to find a way to get out of the job that you're in, or maybe it's the corporate structure that you're in, you know, that's an itch that I know that I had forever, that I learned how to scratch, and I can really help you in that area. So it is a very low startup cost. You can start basically, if you just want to clean traditional, offices, you could probably start for less than a couple $100, and most of it's going to be a vacuum cleaner. I mean, you can buy, and I'm not here today to tell you all the details, exactly step by step, everything that you're gonna, but you can buy Windex. You can buy a package of microfiber cloths for like $15 at Sam's Club. You can buy 409, for God's sake. It's a sanitizer to sanitize offices. Buy you a couple of dollars worth of toilet bowl cleaner. Buy you a little plastic caddy, to carry your stuff in. We started out of the back of a 1991 Toyota Corolla. We had everything. We laid the seats down so we could put brooms and mops in there. We had plastic caddy, vacuum, dust mop, brooms, and all that stuff. And we would drive from business to business in that old 1991 Toyota Camry that had a blown head gasket and the air conditioner wouldn't work. That's how we started. So, start with what you got from where you're at. That's my biggest advice to you. But first of all, get legal. You need to get some liability insurance to cover yourself, cover the business. It only costs like $30 a month. Get a customer first, get that customer, and then go out and do these things. Get a city license. Get a couple of customers and get your city license. They're not expensive. I think to register my business name was like $10, and then they ask you every year for how much money you made, and you pay a certain percentage. It's not that big. Get that insurance. And you want to set your business up separate from your personal account, of course. I say of course, you may not have thought of that, but look, you got to keep your business separate from your personal finances. So you're either going to set it up as a sole proprietor and talk to the person that does your taxes. Super, super easy information. Tax people can tell you what to do. You'll either set up as a sole proprietor, set up as an LLC, you can set it up. I'm actually set up as an S corporation. Not going to go into why, but it's something I learned after a few years that I wanted to do. So I didn't start that way. But yeah, I mean, you can start up as a partnership. I would rather, you just start off on your own. But just, get a separate bank account for your business and a debit card for that bank account, and then run all of your expenses through that bank account and keep it totally away and separate from your personal account. So that's one thing you really need to do. Again, you can get your supplies at Lowe's, Walmart, janitorial supply store. The most important thing is to start. And I'm sitting in an office right now on Sunday making this video, and the biggest takeaway I want you to get from this video, and I'm going about 8 minutes, don't be afraid to start. You can start. If you need a partner, and I don't mean, I'm not going to invest in your business, but, make comments down below. I can answer your questions. We can start to correspond, and I'll help you with that. And again, believe in yourself. You can really do this. And I just hit my low power mode on my phone right there. So anyway, appreciate you watching, and hit the subscribe button, and you'll get the next videos that are coming out. Appreciate your time. Have a great day.